great series with some history. 1983, the Orioles beat the Phillies in the World Series to capture their third championship. In 2012, the last time the Phillies were at Camden Yards, the Orioles won on back-to-back walk-offs. It's the Birds and the Phillies, 4 games, 2 here, 2 there. You know what that means? It's the Fanatic who's going to take on the Bird. Next. It's the Orioles on Massillon, and this homestand continues here at Camden Yards. As the Phillies are in town, the Orioles go back to interleague play. 4 straight, 2 here, 2 in Philadelphia. And it's the weather causing the problem right now. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. We do have a delay. They're hoping around 7:30 to get this ball game going. It's actually just sprinkling out. It hasn't rained here in the Baltimore area, or at least in the city area, for the day, but it has rained in the suburbs a good deal, and it's still raining there. We're supposed to get that cell going by, and hopefully around 7:30 we'll get the ball game going. The Orioles come into this set not having played Philadelphia since 2012. The Orioles are having a great homestand. They are 5-1 on this 8-game stand. The Phillies come in having lost 6 in a row. They are a real struggling ball club, but ever dangerous, especially in this ballpark. They've got some fly ball hitters who have had home runs here in the past. As far as the history is concerned, there's quite a good deal of it, even though they haven't played that many games. For the Orioles and the Philadelphia Phillies, we take you back 1983. The Orioles would win the World Championship 4-1. Scotty McGregor came off in that final game in a 5-0 shutout. Our own Rick Dempsey with a home run in it. Mike Mussina, 1997, would win his 100th game in an outing against Philadelphia. Put that one on the board for Mussina and the Orioles. Along with that, take a look at some of the other histories between these two teams. The Orioles lead the all-time series up by 4. Last meeting in 2012, Orioles won it 2 out of 3. The best O's seasons, 3-0 records in 09 and 97 against Philadelphia. And on June 8, 2012, Adam Jones, that second career walk-off you saw in our open, and 13-14 all-time record between the two teams in games played here in Baltimore. So, Mike Mordecai, to look at the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, great history. Obviously, the I-95 series started back in '83 with the Orioles coming away with that World Series win. But I like the fact that Adam Jones hitting that walk-off home run back in 2012. You see, the Phillies had a nice little dynasty going. 2007 and 2011, they were in the postseason. They won the World Series in 2008, went back in 2009, but it was in 2012, Adam Jones hits a walk-off home run. In that same series, Matt Wieters hits a double that scores Adam Jones. They go on to the postseason, and they've had success for the last 3 seasons, of course, winning the East last year. But the Phillies are starting a decline. They have older veteran players, 3 older veteran players that's come to mind right now. Obviously, their catcher Ruiz, Howard, and Utley. You know, these guys have had great careers with the Phillies. They're tapering off a little bit. It might be age. It might be just a downtime. You have to watch out for those guys. They've done so much in their career, one swing of the bat, and they can obviously back in the game. You know, they have a young team, though. They're running some young players out there. Basically, the whole infield, aside from Howard, very young. They just called some other guys up. So you have to be fearful of young players as well. You don't really know what to expect. A couple of the guys have some service time, but there too, you got to be on top of your game. You have to execute your pitches. You have to play these guys just like they're the Yankees or the Red Sox. High intensity. Orioles are playing very well right now. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. On the other side, the Phillies not. They're not doing much offensively at all. They've had opportunities to score runs. In their last series against the Pirates, they were 1 for 27 with runners in scoring position. So opportunities there, just not coming up with a big hit. But like Buck was talking about, though, be on top of the game. Don't change a thing. Prepare the same way and play as hard as you can.
And really don't look beyond it, because you got a big series coming up at Toronto. You're going to go to Toronto and play a ball club that's a little bit hotter even than the Orioles have been. And it looks like transition time is coming to Philadelphia. Andy McPhail, former president in charge of baseball operations, GM if you will, here with the Orioles. He is being talked about now as somebody who might be joining the crew in Philadelphia in the front office. He's got a lot of connections there with the Giles family and the Montgomerys who own it. So he may come into the picture here. So you've got a ball club that, while they're losing and while the last 2 years they've had the same records and they've not been good, they're looking to start a drive here. They're looking to get things going, and they'd love to do it against a hot team.
Well, they sure would, because I'll tell you what, some of these players are probably going to be on the trade block here soon.
Yeah.
So some of them are playing for extending their career, especially the veteran players. Now, you've heard about their contracts maybe being a little too pricey for other teams to get involved with, but these guys want to put up some good numbers right now, and they want to go to a contending team. That's what the veterans are playing for. The Phillies, yeah, they are in that transition period. They're starting to call younger players up, thinking about moving the old regime out, in with the new, start that rebuilding process. That's what Andy McPhail does. That's what he did here in Baltimore, and that's probably, if he's brought on board, what he will do with the Phillies.
All right, for Wei and Chen, the games are important. Wei and Chen, who had the outstanding season last year with the 16 Ws, not anywhere near that this season. The outings have been inconsistent. He has not had run support, no question about that, but has not gone deep in ball games. And in fact, one of the things we've talked about from spring training on, Buck Showalter was asking their starters to go to that 18, 19, or 20 outs per ball game. Over the last 13 games, that's not happened.
Yeah, it really hasn't. And unfortunately, because it looked like the rotation was really starting to peak. They were starting to get deeper in games, but yeah, they haven't gotten deep enough. They've gone 5 innings or so. They've given their team a chance, and fortunately for the Orioles, the bullpen has been rock solid. This Orioles bullpen, outstanding. They gave up 1 run over the series, over the week against the Red Sox and the Yankees, so they've been hanging their hat on that bullpen if the starters get in trouble, but they need them to go deeper. They need the bullpen to stay strong, and the only reason you're going to do that, or only way you're going to do that, is if the starters get a little bit deeper. I think Wei and Chen is on the verge. He's been pitching very well, I think, for the Orioles. His command is back. He's not walking hitters anymore, so you can count on him to be around the plate and aggressive, so the defense will be on the toes. The Orioles defense has been outstanding, so the pitchers, the starters, have to attack the zone with quality pitches, let hitters put it in play. This isn't a strikeout rotation. They need to trust the defense behind them, pitch to contact, and let the defense work.
And the defense, by the way, has moved back into the #1 spot in the American League, the fewest errors committed and the best fielding percentage. We've got a rain delay here. We're hoping around 7:30. You saw Wei and Chen was out getting ready to go, and that's a good sign. That means when the starters get set, we're probably going to play some baseball. We'll come back. More from Camden Yards. Rain delay continuing.
the different kind of speeds that he uses to come at the hitter is really how he causes deception.
All right, Orioles have taken the field. After break, we'll send you upstairs. Gary Thorne and Mike Porter are back. We're back with you on O's Extra Post Game. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. So a rain delay without the rain passed by. Here's our BGE home game time temperature at 78 degrees. Humidity way up there at 75%. BGE home is Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? For the Philadelphia Phillies, we've got Revere, Hernandez, and Franco, Howard, Francoeur, and Utley, She, Rupp, and Galvis, Ryan Howard. Good numbers and has done well in this ballpark.
And let's take a look at Wei-Yin Chen's pitch arsenal this season. The fastball, it's been spot on, working it both in and out 65% of the time. Breaking ball, he's been a slow curve, but the slider's been the big pitch here recently, 23% of the time. Changeup, going to it more often, 12%. Starting to get a better feel for that pitch. 12 starts this year, 2-4 record. Not a lot of run support. That's why just the 2 wins, 3.21 earned run average, 62 punch outs, just the 18 walks for Chen. He has been on his game. You see opponents hitting 250 overall. Righties at 255. Lefties 231. He is a fly ball pitcher. That's why he's given up the 11 home runs, but 10 of those to the right-handed hitters.
First outing against Philadelphia for Wei-Yin Chen. Really beautiful evening right now. There's still a lot of high clouds around, storm clouds, with the sun peeping through, so you've got some real nice shadows here around the ballpark to begin this ball game. We'll be about a half hour late, reflecting off the warehouse. That setting sun not on the field. Chen ready to go. Revere's up and we're underway. Pitch will be outside for a ball. Ben Revere, their leadoff batter, hot hitter in the lineup. Averages up, as you see, 6-game hit streak coming in. And he will take the pitch, and that will miss down low for a ball. Revere has faced Chen before and is 1 for 4 against the Orioles starter. On the road, one of the few hitters doing well on the road for the Phillies at .321. He was taking all the way on that pitch, and it is in there for a strike. And the count goes to 2-1.
You really want to try to keep Revere off the bags. Great base stealer, 15 already this year.
Chopper will go to second base. Flaherty will charge, and you better. Throw is in time to get him. Good play by Ryan Flaherty, and there you see the speed of Revere early on in this ball game.
Now, beautiful defensive play. Ryan Flaherty playing great defense and offense, swinging the bat well. Chris Davis on the end, able to hang on to the tough flip.
Ryan Sandberg standing outside the dugout, deciding whether to challenge or not, waiting for his video people to let him know. The Hall of Famer, Chicago Cubs, managing the Phillies. Fine play made by Flaherty. And Larry Boa is on the phone with the video people. I don't know. Says no. So the play holds, and it really did look like he had him.
We'll take a look at the Orioles defense behind Jen, Reimhold, Jones, and Snyder in the Orioles outfield. Hardy and Flaherty up the middle, Machado and Davis on the corners, and Matt Wieters behind the plate. It has been a great defense. Fun to watch every night. Something special happening.
Cesar Hernandez, a switch hitter. He will take the pitch for a strike. Hernandez playing at second base for this ball game. He's only had 2 hits in his last 21 at bats. That covers an 8-game span. Hitting much better from this side. 259 right, 203 left-handed. 1 home run from the other side of the plate. Jen's delivery to him will be taken low and in. 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Now, offense, a lot of struggles for this Phillies team offensively, and it's a very young offense. I mean, here Hernandez only 24 years old.
Another chopper. This one Davis goes out to get. Pitcher covers, and another close play for his base as Chen got there just in time, and there are 2 down.
Well, you see what the young legs do. I mean, they fly down the line. That's why the Orioles defense and why this team cannot let up. They're going to keep playing hard. They're struggling to get wins, 6 straight losses, even tougher on the road. I think they have 10 straight losses on the road. So they're going to do anything they can to try to win a ball game, and I'm sure Sandberg's got them hustling out every play, making sure they try to play the game as right as they can.
Here is Franco, their third baseman. Mikhail Franco goes after the pitch and way out in front of that one. Franco's had a real solid bat, just under 400 in the last 12 games this month. He has had hits 11 of the 12. And the pitch is taken for a strike, and it'll be on the outside corner. Chen trying to have a solid first inning. Eric Cooper's got the plate in this one. The umpire, Lance Barksdale, Quinn Walcott, Gary Cederstrom. The umpiring crew working this game.
See the healthy cut that Franco has. Only 22 years old, and he has been swinging it. Already second on the team. Just recently called up in the middle of May. 6 home runs, trailing Howard's 11.
And the 0-2 delivery on the way, and he got him on the inside corner. Chen gets the call on that one, and a 1-2-3 inning. Orioles line up with some streaks in it coming up. Beautiful ponytail, nice band, and most importantly of all, an ice cream cone in her hand. She understands life. Here's the starting lineup for the Orioles, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your next flight on Southwest. Machado, Paredes, and Jones, Davis, Wieters, and Reimold, Snyder, Hardy, and Flaherty. Matt Wieters this season, what a start since returning.
Let's take a look at Aaron Harang's pitch arsenal. The fastball 68% of the time. 37-year-old veteran. Breaking ball 22%. Has the curve slider, and the change 10% of the time. Not an overpowering fastball from Harang. You see 13 starts. 12 of his 13 starts, he's gone 6 innings or more. That's low earned run average of 3.04 that just got ballooned in his last 2 starts, where he gave up, I don't know, 12, 13 runs, I guess.
That's enough.
Yeah, opponent's hitting 225 overall. He is a fly ball pitcher, 65% in the air.
There's one in the air, and it'll be handled in right field. Jeff Francoeur, veteran who's been here a lot out there in right field. Nobody's played more games against the Orioles than Francoeur.
Take a look at the Phillies defense. A lot of young players out here. Ash recently called up, playing left field. Revere in center. Francoeur, the veteran in right field. Galvis, a young shortstop. Hernandez, young second baseman. Franco, just 22 years old. The veteran Howard over at first, and Rupp behind the plate.
Paredes in the DH spot for the Orioles. 4 for 8 over the last couple of ball games. He's 11th still in the American League in average at .303. He had Franco back at third base, tried to lay down a bunt, rolls away. Field will be a little bit damp, but not very much. I mean, there were just a couple of sprinkles on the way by during the rain delay. We'll get an official time on the start of the game. Thankfully, it'll be nowhere near where the Rockies are in the year, which we talked about last night. Over 18 hours of delays for the Rockies. That's a lot of hot dogs. Paredes to be followed by Jones. 27-minute rain delay in this one. And that one will be back and out of play. So Paredes trying to get the bat back. He was given a couple of games off. Buck Showalter likes to do that when you're struggling just a little and give you a chance to rest. Put your mind back in order. And Paredes having such a tremendous start to the year. Couldn't have been expected to keep up the numbers. When you're hitting 450 or something, you're not going to do that for a whole season. But boy, if you can stay above that 300 mark, more power to you. 1-2 delivery by Harang. That'll be taken down low. 2-2.
Well, you know, Buck Showalter, manager of the year last year for the American League, he has a great feel and sense for his players. He knows what makes them tick. He has a great sense of when to give his players off days. He's done a super job of that over the last few seasons, and once again it's showing up this year.
Harang will miss outside with that. So Harang will take it full. 3-2, 22 walks, 83 innings. Actually real fine numbers. I mean, only 69 hits in 83 innings. That's a real good ratio. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that'll go to left field. He said go ahead, hit it. As she is back near the warning track, he's got it. You see fly ball outs first 2. There'll be a lot more in this ball game. Take a look at our Who's Hot, Who's Not, brought to you by American Standard. Celebrate the season with the American Standard All-Star event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and financing opportunities.
Well, the Baltimore Orioles have been red hot. 8-2 record in their last 10 games, averaging over 5 runs per game. And look at the pitching, 2.83 earned run average. The Phillies not so hot. 1-9 record in their last 10 games, averaging 3 runs per game. And the pitcher's earned run average ballooned up to 4.34. And both managers, obviously Sandberg wanting his team to play a little better, and Buck Showalter wanting his team to stay on this nice roll.
Harang won't be easy if he's on. This is a tough pitcher. His record may be 4-7, but that 3.04 ERA and the other numbers that go with it say he's pitched pretty well. He just has had very little support this season. In fact, of 107 pitchers who qualify for the ERA, he is 101 in fewest runs scored while he pitches. So I mean, you're talking about somebody who's out there having to pitch a shutout, or thinks he's got to, about every time he goes. 1-1 delivery. Jones threw that one. 1 ball, 2 strike count. You see that real smooth, quiet delivery that Harang has. I mean, this is a veteran pitcher who knows how to pitch. He's not a thrower.
He really does. A great feel for all of his offerings. Rarely leaves pitches over the middle of the plate. But maybe trying too hard his last 2, or actually last 4 starts. He has given up 6 home runs. He's only given up 8 on the year. So 2 home runs in the first 9 games, last 4 of the 6, and that earned run average starting to climb a little bit. Maybe trying to do a little bit too much to overcompensate maybe for the lack of offense.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way to Jones. That's up the middle, hit the side of the mound, circled by Hernandez. Running throw is a good one. So a 1-2-3 inning for each of the starters. After a 27-minute rain delay, we're underway, 1 complete.
Record in interleague play since 2012. The Oakland A's and the Tigers leading the way, but they're the Orioles 21-8 record. That's a .724 winning percentage. Phillies 2-7 versus the O's since 2006. That's second worst against the Orioles in interleague play. Orioles love it. I love when visiting teams come in here to Camden Yards. See Buck Showalter career versus the Phillies 20-13. A lot of things happening in the Orioles' favor in this series.
And here's Ryan Howard on the trading block. First ball hit into the shift. J.J. Hardy will make the play and a ground ball out. The Howard didn't take long. He's really struggled against the left-handers. 7 for 43 now. That's a 160 batting average off lefties. Wei-Yin Chen is looking to pick the numbers up here at home. It's been a struggle. Last year, outstanding here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. This year, 1-3 ERA of almost 14 in 7 starts here. We'll see whether or not Chen can do a little better here on his home turf in this one. 30-year-old left-hander working to Jeff Francoeur. As I said, Jeff has played a lot of baseball here. He's got a .323 batting average in this ballpark with 3 home runs at Camden Yards. This is the 66th ball game that Francoeur has played here in Baltimore.
Some nice numbers in his career. 262, 144 homers.
He didn't play much last year. What, a half dozen ball games with Atlanta. Didn't play much at all. Now this season with the Phillies, they have turned it around. He's getting all kinds of chances in the outfield. Francoeur will pop that one up in the air. It'll come back. Wieters will look, and it'll be on the other side. Francoeur 35 starts this season, and last year it was just 6, playing with the San Diego Padres. His manager last year is gone. Bud Black was fired at the San Diego Padres today, and we just mentioned the other night how it's that time of year where these clubs that are really struggling are going to make changes. A swing and a miss. Chen turned that one over. Beautiful pitch.
Wei-Yin Chen going to the off-speed pitches early in this ball game. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track after working him hard up and in. Here's a little backdoor slider. Wieters wanting it down and in to bury it. And you see the nice smooth delivery getting on the side of the baseball. Ends up on the outside corner. And Francoeur with the swing and miss.
Here is Chase Utley, one of the faces of the Philadelphia Phillies for so long. He is the designated hitter in the ball game. He's hit only 139 over the last 12 games that he has been involved in, hitting under the Mendoza line on the season as well. 2 down, nobody on. Utley has torn it up here at Camden Yards. 364 average in this ballpark with 2 home runs.
Yeah, Utley a little bit down this year, but in his career, incredible power numbers. Look at that power zone. Just filling it up on the outside corner. You better be careful. He knows how to cover the plate. He's done it for a long time. He was a first-round pick from the Phillies back in 2000. And he's helped lead them to the World Series and many postseason appearances.
Did not go around Gary Cederstrom, who is the crew chief, down at third base. A 1-ball 2-strike count, 2 away. Ryan Sandberg, ball club 22 and 42. 12 games out. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled off. So much speculation around Philadelphia as to whether or not would they make a managerial change. Will they make a change in the front office GM wise? And those questions are inevitable when a ball club struggles as much as the Phillies have over the last 2.5 years. And remember, for ball clubs now, you got 100 games left to go in the season. Good breaking ball that's just going to miss outside. 2-ball 2-strike count from Wei and Chen.
And a big reason why Utley's had such a great career. See that take? Didn't even flinch. That was a nasty breaking ball from Wei and Chen. He's locked in. He's seen thousands of pitches.
2-2 delivery on the way. That'll be outside. Lefties just that .231 average off Chen. 1 home run, one of the 11, as Mike said, that he's given up. He has dominated left-handers. Shift is on against Utley with 2 down. 3-2 delivery on the way to him, and he walks. 2 down, 1 on. Celebrate summer at Oriole Park by picking up the 2015 Birdland Summer 6-pack any 6 remaining games. Savings up to 20% off the cost of single game tickets, and you can build the plan. Rivalry games, popular promotions, bobblehead dates, t-shirt nights, fireworks, you pick it. Just go to Orioles.com/6-pack. Great way to see some Orioles baseball. Cody Ashe at the plate. Their starter in left field. That'll be played. Can Chen get there in time? Flaherty to him, and he does. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Good defensive play early. Flaherty involved in it. Chen helping his own cause right there. No score. From Shady Side, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play baseball bucks scratch-offs, win up to $50,000, or enter your non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/baseball. Jonathan Scope on the left, back to the ball club, working out with the team. As we said, he'll stay with the Orioles here and in Philly. Then Friday, if all goes well, he'll be rehabbing in Bowie. And Chris Davis doing it again. I mean, there wasn't anyone within 500 miles of third base. They've got the shift on, and Franco is almost behind second base, and he's the third baseman. And Chris Davis saw the chance to lay one down for an infield hit. Just didn't get it down there. Harang with the 0-1 delivery to him, so do it again. He pushes it. Could be a double. Fair ball. It'll go into foul territory. He'll make the turn, and he will stay at first base. I mean, he really wanted to put that far enough for a two-bagger.
Heck yeah. How easy is that? I mean, Chris Davis, he did it on this homestand. This is the second time. Yeah, he squares it up. It's almost a double. Catching the chalk line there and then kicking into foul territory, but over third base. Hit it pretty well. Maybe a little more wind might be off the wall. That's a pretty good bunt.
Yeah.
Get on first base to start the rally. Potential rally.
A couple of big guys right there. Davis and Howard chatting about the bunt single. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on against Harang. Here is Wieters. Matt 1 for 4 off Harang lifetime, and of course has returned with a vengeance. That .348 batting average, 6 games, 3 multi-hit games over the last half dozen. You saw the numbers overall. 1-0 count. Harang's delivery. He has struggled, Harang has, out of the stretch, as evidenced by the numbers. When the bases are empty, opponents hit 197 against him. When there are runners on, they hit 275. So he would much rather work out of the windup than the stretch. 2-0 delivery on the way. Wieters will foul that one back.
Now the numbers up a little bit when runners are in scoring position as well for Harang. You see Matt Wieters' power zone, though. He likes it up and out over. Likes to get the big arms extended. Does have power the opposite way, left-handed. That's where his power comes from.
Orioles having a great homestand, 5-1. They're hitting .307 in those 6 games. 2-ball, 1-strike delivery by Harang, and that'll be fouled away. The Orioles on this homestand, the starters have gone 3-1 with an ERA of 5.5, but the bullpen has 1-2 and saved 3, and on this homestand their ERA is .37. So the Orioles with 2 more games left tonight and tomorrow before going to Philly. 2-2 delivery on the way. Runner off first. He lets it go. Wise play. And there's 1. And there's 2. There's a veteran Harang. He wanted to try and nail that. Instead, he just pulls everything back.
Yep. Smart play right there. Nice job of pitching. Keeping it down in the zone. A little bit of movement. Trusts his defense behind him. An easy double play turn. The shortstop Galvis, a little chopper, and you see Harang just pull the glove back. He knows where his defense is. And Galvis just a walk in the park there for him.
That's about as easy a turn as you'll ever make at second base. Have to do anything. 2 down, nobody on. Nolan Reimold. Harang's delivery. It'll be a strike. Back in the outfield. Reimold making his 6th start in left field. He's got a 4-game hit streak. 5 for 15. 0-1 delivery to him. Down to third base. Short hop. Franco's got it. And the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Both pitchers off to a good start, and we're scoreless here at Camden Yards. Last 6 games, 0-3 with a 7.59 ERA. Rotation's got the worst ERA in the majors. Peter Abraham, Boston Globe, saying ownership is upset too, but sources said that Farrell and Charrington, the GM, remain safe for now. Abraham finished his story saying, how long can that last? The Rays, amazing. They have won 11 of their last 15. Starting pitchers 7-2, 2.72 ERA in that span. They're 6 games over 500 for the first time since the end of the 2013 season. They lead tonight 1-0.
Yeah, Tampa Bay doing it with the pitching and defense. Red Sox have already made a move this year with one of their coaches. Juan Nieves was fired because the pitching wasn't up to caliber. Well, here Carl Willis, look what he was dealt with, and you saw the numbers there on the rotation of the Red Sox. They continue to struggle.
You're as good as your players, right? Cameron Rupp. Rupp with a 3-game hit streak, their catcher. He'll be followed by Galvis, top of the bottom of the order, and then the top. Slow ground ball. That will be foul. Rupp with a 3.67 over the last 11 ball games. So as you see, as we go through this lineup, while this Phillies team has really struggled, they do have some bats that have put up some numbers. Trouble is, they've only scored 11 runs during the 6-game losing streak. That pitch is going to be a little bit outside, and the count goes to 2-2. As you can probably tell already, the home plate umpire, Eric Cooper, will give the hitters a little advantage usually. Swing and a miss as he went upstairs.
Wei-Yin Chen's off-speed pitches really set up his fastball. It was a live fastball up in the zone, 92 miles an hour. After a breaking ball to slow him down, there is some extra life at the top of the zone from Wei-Yin Chen. Bat head just underneath. Chen with the strikeout.
3 strikeouts. Freddie Galvis hitting 9th. He will take the pitch for a strike. Galvis also a switch hitter in this lineup for the Phillies. Home run, 13 RBIs. That one to Davis. And there are 2 down. You got 2 teams who aren't going to wait around to swing the bat in this ball game. Tickets still remain for tomorrow's 7:05 Interleague Showdown with the Phillies here at Camden Yards. And it's Ollie's Bargain Night presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Every Tuesday home game, all upper reserve seats, only $10 when purchased in advance. Enjoy an affordable night out with family and friends. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. 2 down, bases are empty. Revere grounded out his first time up. So Chen goes through the order, giving up just 1 base runner, a 2-out walk in the 2nd inning.
And Revere, one of the leadoff hitters, Buck Showalter was alluding to the other day, the prototypical leadoff hitter type. Great speed. You'd like to see maybe a little bit higher on base percentage. Now, of course, the Orioles have gone with Manny Machado in the leadoff spot, who was absolutely knocking the cover off the baseball.
Little hopper with some twist on it. Machado gets it over there in a hurry, and a 1-2-3 inning. Defense getting their work done here. It's soft shell crab season. Is there anything better? Put some Old Bay on that and bring it upstairs. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by your local BMW centers. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you here at Camden Yards. Really pretty evening out right now. 78 degrees when we started. Very little breeze. None at the moment. The stitched in name and number. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Snyder has had some at-bats against Harang. He is 3 for 10. Lifetime off the Philadelphia starter. Harang comes back inside and misses. In right field, this is start number 17 for Travis Snyder. Harang with a 1-1 delivery. That's going to miss. Both pitchers will do a little staring in. That strike zone for Eric Cooper can be a little bit small sometimes. 2-1 pitch. That one to center, hit on the button, deep back. Revere hauls it in with a great speed. He can really cover some ground. Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report. Not to be minor for long.
Chris Parmalee both playing infield and outfield for the Norfolk Tides. It's AAA for the O's at .312 this year. 6 home runs, 32 RBI, high on base percentage at .381. Look at that OPS, 826. Now, he is on the taxi squad right now, and the Orioles have 24 hours to make up a decision because he has an opt-out clause in his contract today.
Back to right field on the warning track. That'll be hauled in. J.J. Hardy sending Francoeur back. So Parmalee's here.
Parmalee is here
at the ballpark.
And there potentially could be a move made, whether it be a trade or somebody sent down to AAA to make room for Parmalee.
Buck Showalter said we've made the decision for him. That's a quote from Buck before the game today, which means they're not going to let him opt out.
Well, there you go.
That ball going after it is Flaherty, left field. We're going to make up for the 27-minute rain delay, I'll tell you that much. And so 1-2-3 inning through the first 3. Harang has faced only 9, and it remains a scoreless ball game. This moment in the history, Johnny Vandermeer, one of the great moments in history. 1938, threw his second consecutive no-hitter. It was the first night game to be played in New York City. He beat the Dodgers at Brooklyn's Ebbets Field 6-0. And in 1999, Will Clark recorded his 2000th career hit with the Orioles in a win over the Royals. The thrill would end his 15-year career with 2,176 hits. Chen's pitch will be bunted down to third. Manny Machado's got no play. It's fair, and it's going to stay fair. And there is a leadoff single as Hernandez put down the perfect bunt.
Well, it was a perfect bunt, and it better be perfect with Manny Machado down there. Quick read from Manny. He goes in, and he thinks, it's taking me to the line a little too much. Saw the speed out of the box. He was hoping it was going to go foul, but perfect placement by Hernandez.
So leadoff man on. Franco called out on strikes his first time up. Franco, their third baseman. Mikhail Franco will have the infield back at double play depth. Hernandez, pretty good lead over there. But Chen had him leaning back towards the base. No, we have had 2 base hits in the game, and they're both bunt singles. One by Chris Davis for the Orioles and one by Hernandez. Chen the long look in the 0-1 pitch, and that'll be inside. Ooh, 0-2.
Fastball there, down and in. Of course, Franco not liking the call. Wei Chen loves it.
So he gets ahead on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner held at first, not going. Off speed delivery that gets away. Ends up running up in the air. You see that patch on the uniform, the SLB. That is in memory of Sarah Sally Buck, who passed away in August. Longtime owner. And the Phillies throughout the season with that patch remembering Sally Buck. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Way outside that time. He wanted to go away. I don't think quite that far.
No, a little change up. Lost it there a little bit. First change up of the game from Chen. So Matt Wieters starting to incorporate everything now. That inside corner opened up. You see the second pitch there on the pitch track. That was a called strike fastball. That'd be a nice place to put a slider.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. An inside out swing heading to the seats down the right field line. It will be foul. Mikhail Franco among the rookies in the National League, 4th in homers, 9th in extra base hits. He came up on May 15, leading the team in home runs, RBIs, and extra base hits since his recall. He was with the Iron Pigs at Lehigh Valley and was leading the International League in all kinds of offensive categories, including hits and RBIs, triples. 2-2 delivery on the way. The off speed nub to Davis. He'll go for 1, relay back, and they turn the double play as Chen got over to cover first base.
Oh, what a beautiful play. So well executed right there by the Orioles defense. Chris Davis reading the slow right off the end of the bat, so it's spinning a little bit. He takes a couple steps up, creates a nice lane, hard to get a good look, and then Wei Chen should be a Gold Glove pitcher, has not won one yet. Knows how to field his position. Nice line to first base. Sees him there, and boom, perfect throw from Hardy.
Great double play for the Orioles to eliminate that leadoff bunt single. Here's Ryan Howard. Howard will take the pitch outside. As we said, it's been a real struggle for Howard this season. .235 average, still has the great power, but not connecting as often, with 11 home runs, 14 doubles on the season. Against the Orioles, 5 for 15. He's had 3 career home runs, 2 of those here in this ballpark. 2-0 pitch to him, and that will be a strike of the knees.
Good fastball right there from Chen. Yeah, Howard still very dangerous. 11 home runs this year, but you know, we saw him swing at the first pitch in his first at bat. That's really what's different this year. He's not walking as much, only 10 walks on the season. Now he's a career .350 or better on base percentage, and this year down around .270 or so. So a little too over aggressive now, maybe not trusting the hands, but certainly when he makes contact, can do some damage.
Good pitch by Chen, who got him to chase. So Wei gets the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. .265 career hitter. All of his time has been spent with the Phillies, and he'll go down swinging. So Wei Chen will get his 4th strikeout. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Pitcher's game so far. 4 days rest, by the way. He was a 4-time All-Star, finished 119, 121. You see, he was a strikeout pitcher. In fact, since 1931, there have been very few who have led the league in strikeouts 3 straight seasons. They are Tim Lincecum, Randy Johnson, Warren Spahn, Dizzy Dean, and Vandermeer. That's it. And we've got a scoreless ball game here as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. This is a night for ice cream, and clearly you have a very intelligent crowd on hand here because they've gone to the ice cream bin early. Pitch taken outside for a ball. It's better when it drifts down your chin onto your shirt. Then you take some water and you rub it off, and that makes your chest nice and cool. 1-1 delivery, and that'll be fouled back.
Yeah, one of the beauties about eating ice cream at a ballpark is when the parents say, no, you're not getting any ice cream, but yet they still give it to them. And it's these hot days the parents say, well, let me eat some of that before it melts.
Exactly.
Right? So
exactly.
That's what the mom was doing.
So that's parenting at a higher level right
exactly. There. Yeah, not too many can do that.
No, you got to plan that out. 2 ball, 2 strike count to him, and that'll be outside. Manny Machado, 8-game hit streak. Longest of his career, 14. He had a 14-game hit streak back in 2013. 3-2 count on him. Only the 35th pitch, and it misses outside. So there's the first walk surrendered by Harang, and it is one of those leadoff walks here coming in the 4th inning. Get in on the baseball action with Masson. Text the word Orioles to 29292 for team alerts and chances to win exclusive prizes all season long, including meet and greets with your favorite players. Again, that's Orioles 29292 for O's alerts you can't miss. I see a lot of ice cream spoons going over there. Here's Jimmy Paredes. Paredes flied out his first time up. Big lead at first base for Manny Machado. Base stealers are just 1 out of 5 against Harang. Rupp behind the plate, solid arm, up to 47% throwing out base runners. And Harang will miss up high, and the count goes 2-0.
Well, you see a veteran pitcher like Harang really shutting down the running game. It's because he knows what to do out there. He changes his hold times. He has a nice little slide step. Very hard to run on him, and he has this instinctive feel for runners when he thinks they're going to go or not.
2-0 count. Manny not going, and the pitch is going to miss. Good eye by Paredes, and a 3-0 count. So in the scoreless game, a chance here perhaps in the 4th inning to get a rally going. Harang 3-0. Machado will stay close to the bag now on this pitch, and that'll be in there for a strike. He was taking all the way.
Make him throw some pitches here. Early swinging. Both pitchers getting some early outs, quick innings. Make him work a little bit. Now Harang, no stranger to getting deep into ball games. 12 of his 13 starts, he's going 6 or more innings. So he knows what to do out there. He's been very reliable this year. Shoot, last year he pitched over 200 innings with Atlanta.
He has not had a win in 5 games, losing 4, non-decisioned in 1. Bob McClure, the pitching coach, over there watching Harang work. Started out 4-3 in the year. Last 4, 0-4 in the ERA, just astronomical in those games. 3-2 and a long hold. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down right on the money. No. Into center field. Manny's going to head to third. And he'll get there easily. So Paredes strikes out, but Machado gets a stolen base. Error will be charged on Rupp, and he goes to third.
Manny doing it all this year. Hitting for power. At the speed. Nice job moving on into third base after the aggressive steal.
So Manny gets himself into scoring position. 9 out of 10 stealing bases. Stolen base, error on the catcher Ruiz. And now Adam Jones is going to get the opportunity to put the Orioles up with only 1 down. Infield looking into the Philadelphia dugout as to where they want to play him. They were back. They moved in halfway. See if they move in even further on the delivery. Adam Jones grounded out first time up. Jones will hit it. Runners not coming. And they record the out on one pitch and a big one. Galvis, the shortstop, in, made sure Manny Machado stayed, and he did. When the Orioles win, everyone wins. When the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at PapaJohns.com by entering promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, valid at participating Baltimore area. Papa John's. Big out to get Adam Jones. Chris Davis had a bunt single his first time up. He's hitting .273 with runners in scoring position this year. Orioles are now 2 in the American League in that department at .299. And of course it's Toronto that bypassed them yesterday by a couple of points.
Well, Toronto's been on fire.
Oh. They're leading the Mets 1-0. 1-0 delivery. Davis on a towering pop-up behind second base. Hernandez, the second baseman, will have plenty of time to settle under and puts it away. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. 0-0. Canada.
Yeah, the Blue Jays have been streaking 11 straight wins, a franchise record. They've outscored their opponents 90-40. 473 average with runners in scoring position. 44 for 93. They're averaging over 8 runs per game. They've hit 18 home runs. And as a team hitting .312. Well, Russell Martin, one of those huge offensive factors. He's got 3 home runs in the 11-game streak.
Boy, they are sizzling. They lead tonight 1-0 in their ballgame. Burley is pitching. Bautista has the home run, which has put Toronto up against the Mets. Here is Jeff Francoeur. Francoeur, strikeout victim. His first time up, goes after that one to short. Hardy over. 1 down. O's and Indians going to meet at Oriole Park. 3-game weekend series starts on Friday, June 26th. That night, don't miss the season's next fireworks night. Stay after the game. Skies light up. Beautiful post-game fireworks display. Celebrate a summer evening at the Yard. Family and friends. Go to Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. That's on Friday, June 26th for fireworks. At the plate is Utley. Utley will take the pitch for a strike. Utley drew a walk his first time up. Philadelphia team on the season on the road 7-26. That is right at the bottom in the National League when it comes to losses on the road. 1 ball, 1 strike count. They've scored under 3 runs a ball game this year on the road. 2.9. Utley has shown bunt before because the Orioles have the infield moved around. He's not been able to get the bunt down. And a 2 ball, 1 strike count. The Orioles aren't buying it. And Machado stays at short.
Now the Phillies have had their problems on the road. Much better at home, where they're almost 500, 15-16.
Utley shows it again. This time it's going to be in there for a strike. They have lost their last 10 on the road. It's their longest road losing streak since 2013. 2 ball, 2 strike count. And a ground ball to first. Davis in the big hop. Couple of ground ball outs. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Young fan ready to rock and roll. He's even got hair to match the Orioles colors. 2 down, bases are empty. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Chen. 1 walk, 1 strikeout for Harang. Each team has picked up 1 hit, a bunt single. Chris Davis led off the 2nd inning with a bunt single. Hernandez led off the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball in the dirt.
You gotta like the way in Chen is working tonight. Good to see him mixing up his pitches, some more curve balls. More curveballs in this game than the slider, but mixing in both.
Swung through on that one. 1 ball, 2 strike count. She is 24 years old, out of Missouri. Left-handed hitting third baseman. Fouls that one off and away. This is only his 5th pro season, and he's come up through the Phillies organization. 4th round pick in the 2011 draft. 1-2 delivery on the way as she takes, and he's gone. 5 strikeouts for Chen. Another 1-2-3 inning. Pitchers really dominating the hitters so far. Everybody in the groove, especially the pitchers. Harang will get it in there for a strike. Matt Wieters leading it off. Wieters hit into a double play first time up. Reimold and Snyder against Aaron Harang. I mean, the pitchers are so dominating. Right now, Wei-Yin Chen's thrown 55 pitches. That's 20 below his average on the season for what he would have at this point. And his average is very good at under 16.
Yeah, best on the team.
And Harang's being ridiculous. 47 pitches thrown. 2-1 delivery on the way. Both pitchers have thrown to only 1 over the minimum through the this part of the ball game through 4.5 innings. Ball in the air to left field as she going back, and he'll make the catch. Weeder's out of there, 1 down. The O's and Indians meet at Oriole Park for a 3-game weekend series starting Friday, June 26th, and on that Saturday, June 27th. The first 25,000 fans 15 and over get a Buck Showalter Garden Gnome. Don't miss a unique keepsake, surely to become an instant collector's item, and it's yours. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. That's on June 27th. It's tough to read that and not say something, but we're going to pass by. Here is Nolan Reimold. I wonder what they'll be going for online the day after. 0-1 pitch on the way, and that's outside. Reimold grounded out his first time up. 4-game hit streak. 1-1 delivery on the way, and Reimold to center. Levere is there. 2 down.
Ryan getting just enough movement on his fastball there. A little bit cutter. Get it off the barrel of the bat. Nolan Reimold, he's throwing the 2-seamer. Getting the fly ball out.
Veteran, 37 years old, 126 wins, 135 losses. The Phillies wanted to make a deal. That guy on the right, a lot of clubs would love to have.
Oh, yeah.
And Wei-Yin Chen doing battle with him with 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Harang's just letting him hit it. That's why his pitch count's so low. He only had 1 K and 1 walk. Travis Snider hit in 4 of the last 5 he's been in. He'll foul that one back. He flied out to center field his first time up. Snyder's had career numbers against Philadelphia. 6 hits in 32 at bats. Some National League games played against the Phillies. 1-1 delivery to him, and that is a strike at the knees. 1-2.
Good pitch. Continues to mix it up, working in and out.
Rang with a straightaway defense behind him, and the slider is going to miss inside. Two ball clubs beginning what's going to be a 4-game set. 2 here and 2 in Philadelphia. And that one is going to miss inside. First time they've met since 2012. As we showed you at the top, the Orioles lead the series 26-22. Ryan Sandberg and Buck Showalter, the skippers. That'll be fouled away.
Well, the Orioles having some pretty good swings, though. I think more balls hit harder by the Orioles than the Phillies to this point. But not getting the carry. Of course, they'd like to see the long ball. Scott Poolball has the offense rolling right now.
3 ball, 2 strike count. 7th pitch of this at bat, one of the longer ones, will be popped up over the screen. And souvenir. Quite a few folks from Philadelphia were around the city today, driving up to see down to see the Phillies play. We'll see a few red mixed in. And good sportsmanship so far. Both still alive and unbloodied. Here's the 3-2 delivery again to Snyder, and he'll go to left field. Hit it pretty good as she's going back at the wall and can't get it. Came off over his head. And at second base, Snyder will end up with a double on a ball that looked like could have been caught. He got back there, but he couldn't find it.
Yeah, I think Ashley just misjudged the power there from Snyder the opposite way. Ball kept carrying. He squares it up good. Gets some good backspin. He's trailing it as it leaks over the outer third, covering the baseball, and Ashley just kind of gliding instead of getting back to the spot. And then he gets a little tentative at the wall. Takes his eye off the ball, glances off the glove, then off the wall, and Snyder finding himself at second base.
So Hardy will get the RBI chance as the Orioles, for the second time, get a runner in scoring position. Manny Machado was there on a walk, a stolen base, and an error. Was stranded in the 4th. 2 down. Hardy's .333 with runners in scoring position since his return to the lineup. And JJ will take it 4. His strike, he flied out his first time up. So Hardy, 7-game hit streak. He'd love to continue it right here and put the Orioles on the board. Harang with the long hold, the 0-1 delivery. That'll be in the dirt. Good stop made to hold it. During the 7-game hit streak for Hardy, he's gone 8 for 27, including the at-bat tonight.
A couple hot hitters, really everybody producing in this Orioles offense, but J.J. Hardy, good to see him on a nice little streak. And when you know it, though, today out early taking batting practice with innings coach Scott Coolbaugh.
He's seen Harang more than anyone else, and he's tagged him. He's 6 for 28 with 3 home runs against the Phillies starter. Again, while playing against Harang. Long balls, 2-1 delivery, and that will just miss outside. Harang wanted the call, didn't get it. 3-1.
Trying to bring that two-seamer back over the outside corner. He stayed out there a little bit too much. You see on the pitch track, 4th pitch, an inch or 2 off the outside edge.
Snyder off second base, not being held. 3-1 delivery, Harang, and that's going to be out of the reach of Galvis, and an RBI. He's done it again. J.J. Hardy continues to bring in the runs. Snyder scores, and the Orioles lead.
Well, 2-out lightning there from the Orioles after the double by Snyder. Hardy continues to stay hot with runners in scoring position. Just missing count favorable in a 3-1 hitters count, and he smokes it back up the middle. Just out of the reach of Galvis, and Snyder able to score easily with the Orioles on the board first.
So the Orioles on their 3rd hit of the ball game, 2 back-to-back here in the 5th double single, are on top, and J.J. Hardy really getting the job done for the Orioles with the bat in these key situations. Hardy now has 11 RBIs. 11 RBIs, 11 runs scored. Pitch on the way, and that'll be taken for a strike. Hardy also has upped his hit streak to 8 games with that base hit. Now Flaherty will try and get him around. JJ held by Howard at first. Flaherty 2 for 4 with a home run lifetime off the right-hander, and will take the pitch for a strike in the inside corner. Well, as you mentioned earlier, this is where you get Harang and the numbers that are negative towards him. Doesn't work well out of the stretch, according to opponent batting average, and as Mike mentioned, with runners in scoring position way up there with a .317 opponent batting average. 0-2 delivery, that's up high.
Being careful right here, Ryan Flaherty, changing the eye level up in the zone. Started him off with the change up away. Ryan Flaherty in the past has been susceptible to off-speed pitches. He's made a lot of changes.
1-2 count, short lead at first for Hardy. That's way outside. You see Rupp putting hands down, just settle her down. Brings the pitching coach ever closer to the manager, and the runs start to score. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Harang with a 1-2 mark against the Orioles. 0-1 here at Camden Yards. Flaherty will take it, and that's away. So the count goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. Howard will get back behind the base runner Hardy, who will be running here with 2 down. After all those short innings, 22 pitches thrown so far. Harang in this one. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, and got him. Strike called on the inside corner, just his 2nd strikeout. A run on a couple of hits, no errors, 1 left. Hardy gets the RBI, and the Orioles get the lead. game score. Max Scherzer, of course, with that great start, those are the numbers he put up. The 10th pitcher all time to have a 100-plus score, game score, in a game of 9 or fewer innings. Now, what does that mean? I had absolutely no idea. This is another Bill James derivative. He's got a formula for it for this game score. What it is, you have 50 points to start. You get a point for each out, 2 points for each inning pitched, 1 point for each strikeout. You take away 2 for a hit, take away 2 for an earned run, subtract 2 for each unearned run, and subtract 1 for each walk. There'll be a test tomorrow at 9. Hope you got all that. That's called the game score. That'll go to right field. That's called an out. Snyder's there to haul it in, and Rupp is retired.
Nice to have a quick out from Chen after the Orioles were able to put a mark on the board, but I think it's pretty easy to say that's a pretty darn good game.
Yeah.
When he's throwing 9
yeah.
shutout innings.
All I needed to see was 9 innings, 1 hit. I thought, something, that's probably pretty good.
Don't even have to go through the math to figure out the game score.
Nice formula, but no thank you. Here's Freddie Galvis. And Galvis a chopper. Hardy. Man.
And Chen this season, the 3.45 run support average is the 12th lowest in the American League. So Wei Chen hoping this offense stays hot for him. Put a couple more runs on the board. Pitching very well right now.
Chen, after his 3rd win in his first appearance against the Phillies. And Chen's doing the very important thing for him. He's had 16 out of 18. 16 of 18 first pitch strikes. Add another. Important because he does pitch by the book. Average goes from 216 if it's strike 1 to 298 if it's ball 1. That one fouled off. If the Phillies were not 22 and 42, would they be swinging at pitches as early and as often as they are in this game? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, but I will say this. Wei Chen is known now for great command. He's always around the plate. So most teams are going to stay aggressive off him anyway.
Ground ball. He had a hatchet that one. Machado's got to hurry. It does. Great stretch to help out at the other end. And that is a 6-pitch inning. 61 thrown in the ball game. Orioles lead.
Take on the O's, and it's been a pitcher's duel. Chen and Orang locking horns, both great stuff. Two-seamer there. Wei Chen spotting the fastball. These guys have been going at it. But it's the Phillies' miscue. Snyder, deep drive, but it's off the glove of Ashe. Finds himself at second base with 2 outs. And then J.J. Hardy breaking through. Big base hit right there, extending his hit streak to 8 games and raise his runners in scoring position batting average to .360. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Pitch will be taken away for a ball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Orioles. No runs, 1 hit. A bunt single for the Phillies off Wayne Chen. Grounded to short. Ready Galvis up. Makes the play. Manny Machado is retired. 1 down. Galvis fun to watch. Good player.
Yeah, very athletic. Moves around well.
Harang has thrown 13 out of 19 first pitch strikes so far in the ball game. So both teams figuring they're going to get something to hit, probably on that first pitch. Brady's an 0 for 2. The Orioles DH. And we'll take the pitch away for a ball. We will be back with you tomorrow night to conclude this homestand. Game 2 against the Phillies. Chris Tillman, Jerome Williams will be the pitchers. Swung on and missed. 6:30 O's Extra, 7 o'clock for the ball game. And then after the game tomorrow, Phillies will head to Philadelphia. They'll play a night game and a day game to round out the 4-game set. Keeps it down low. Brady's can't dig it out. There is Chris. Tillman will be the starting pitcher. 4-7, 5.68 ERA. Williams is 3-6 with a 5.71 ERA. 1-2 delivery will miss. 2-2.
We see Harang, and we've talked about the success he's had this year. This guy is 6'7". Weighs 265 pounds, give or take a pound.
Ooh, moved all of it pretty quick on that one. Base hit.
Point being, very efficient delivery. That's why the great command of all of his offerings. He's always around the plate with every pitch. But you got to do a lot to control a big body like that. Very smooth. A wind up, and his release point very consistent.
Gave up the 777 in his last start. 7 runs, 7 earned, 7 hits, 6 innings against Cincinnati. Working on an extra day's rest. 1 down. Adam Jones. Orioles get their 4th hit of the ball game. Adam is 0 for 2. Adam starting the day 8th in hits in the American League and 10th in average. And tried to clock one right there. He is now 3 for 8 lifetime off Harang.
The Orioles playing as well as they have, especially here on this homestand. Adam Jones really one of the main cogs in this offensive wheel. He's 10 for.
Oh, nice pickup. There's one. Relay. Not going to get it. Franco with a nice stop at third, though. They get the force out. Hernandez taking the throw at second base.
Yeah, nice play here. Take a look. Showing the nice lateral range, the quick release. And it takes Hernandez up the line, so he's got to move his feet a little bit. But a great play. Nice athletic move by both the third baseman and the second baseman. But Adam Jones, very tough to double up. Always flying down the first base line.
So Jones is on at first base now with 2 down. Shift will be on. And now the Phillies get it. They're not going to give Davis a chance for a bunt single. At least try not to. They kept that whole left side open, and twice Davis went after a bunt in his first at bat, second inning, and in the second chance he got one down the third base side. Chris has also popped out in the ball game. And the pitch taken up high. Including this game, there are 100 games left in the season for the Orioles. It's at a point where you sometimes look just for the fun of it. You say, all right, if the teams ahead of them play 500 baseball, what do the Orioles have to do to catch them? The answer in the American League East, not much. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, and that is in there for a strike. Yankees still lead it with Tampa Bay just percentage points, 8 percentage point behind coming into the ball game. Toronto's only 1 game out, Baltimore 3, and Boston 8. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Timeout asked for, but second base. Not quite sure why. Like they wanted to set the D a little bit. 1-2. Harang's delivery, a fastball that comes inside to Chris.
He likes that pitch, the two-seamer inside to the lefties. He's brought it back a couple times, get some strikeouts. And slow him down with the changeup and surprise attack on the inside corner.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Shift all the way around on him. And that'll be in the dirt. Good stop made by Rupp to hold the runner Jones at first base. So Harang, after really quick innings through the first 4, having to throw about double the number of pitches in both the 5th and 6th innings. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Howard moves behind the runner at first. Jones will be off. The 3-2 delivery on the way, and right where the glove was, but not a strike.
Nice at bat right there from Chris Davis.
Second walk surrendered by Harang. Join Orioles Reach in support of Shannon's Fund, helping families and patients at the University of Maryland Medical Center by attending a special fundraiser before the Friday, June 26 game against Cleveland. For $50, you'll receive the game ticket, access to an exclusive pregame event beginning at 5. That'll include a player appearance, batting practice viewing from the Oriole Park roof deck, a gift, drink vouchers, and more. For tickets, Orioles.com/Shannon's Fund. First and second. There are 2 down here in the 6th inning. Wieters looking for his first hit with a runner in scoring position this season. 0 for 5. 0 for 2 in the ball game, and he will foul that one back. 1-0 lead. The Orioles on top. RBI single by Hardy that followed a Snyder double. That's it for the scoring in this game. Wei Chen has shut Philly down to 1 hit on a bunt single.
Another nice 2-out opportunity. You mentioned the Hardy single. That was with 2 outs. Well, Matt Wieters would like to get the clutch hit here.
Harang with the 0-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be outside. All of a sudden, Harang's up to 88 pitches.
Well, that last inning kind of had to labor through a little bit.
He threw only 44 pitches through the first 4 innings. He has double that in the last 2. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a big cut by Matt.
He knows when to put a little extra on. Most of his fastballs in the high 80s. That one 90 at the top of the zone. Looks good. A little extra life up there.
1-2 on Wieters. Adam Jones getting a big lead at second. That's in the air to right field. That is way back. And goodbye, home run. On a 1-2 with 2 down, Matt Wieters gives the Orioles a 4-0 lead.
Matt Wieters been swinging it. Orioles have played great baseball since he's been back in the lineup. Finally off the disabled list. He gets on a breaking ball right there. A little distance between the O's and the Phillies.
Wieters continues hot. Ravelda Everson Nagel, our Maryland lottery contestant, a home run worth $500 for you. And the Orioles lead it 4-0. And a swing and a miss by Reimold.
Take a look. Matt Wieters getting on the breaking ball, just kind of hovering out over the middle of the plate. And the big man getting the extension up into the flag court. A 3-run shot.
This one popped up shortstop. Galvis is back there, and he will put it away. 9th home run surrendered by Harang this season. Into the night sky it goes. Matt Wieters, the homer, 3 RBIs, and an Oriole 4-0 lead. For locations, visit whywaitinther.com. They take us to our Major League Notebook. How about this for a lineup of birthdays today?
How about it? Many happy innings. Brett Butler leading the way. Yeah, he'd be the leadoff guy. Happy birthday to all these guys, but Boggs, Billy Williams, Dusty Baker, Lance Parrish, Tony Clark, Trevor Plouffe, we'll see him soon, Cliff Pennington, Andy Pettit, and Tim Lincecum. Happy birthday to all you guys, and that is quite a lineup.
I'd go with that team,
yeah.
Even now.
Yeah, you're right.
Matt Wieters, the big blow here to give the Orioles a 4-0 lead going to the 7th inning. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Hernandez, Franco, and Howard due up for the Phillies. Hernandez a base hit, a bunt single. That's it. That's the Phillies hit. It will be fouled away. So Wei and Chen's got a real chance here to break the string the starters have had. The starters have gone 8 straight games not going 6 innings. Well, done that. The pitch down to third, and that will be fouled off. Now he'll look to add to it and give that bullpen a little bit of a breather.
Well, that would be nice. I mean, Wei and Chen seems to be in complete control. Very manageable pitch count right now at 71.
0-2. Hernandez will get another base hit. That one's in the gap they were playing in. Someone's got to cut it off. Jones sliding does. Good player. That's a triple. He gets it in. A stand-up double for Hernandez here in the 7th inning.
Pretty nice swing right there. Wei and Chen maybe getting that fastball on the plate a little too much. Was ahead. The fastball down and away, and he gets a bat head to it. Smokes it out in the gap, and Adam Jones taking the deep route. Cutting it off on the slide. Preventing a triple. Keeping him at second base.
So the first runner to second base for the Phillies will give them their first chance to get a run in. They are 14th in the National League, next to last, 217 with runners in scoring position. Franco is 0 for 2 and will take the pitch outside for a ball. Franco has hit 290 in these situations on the year, above his overall 277 average. Last 6, the Phillies have really struggled. That's why they've scored only 11 runs. As Mike mentioned, a 3-game set against Pittsburgh, they were 1 for 25.
Yeah, unbelievable. That's 1 run scored in 33 innings for the Phillies.
Phillies, of course, had 2 games 0-0 that ended up going extra innings with no score. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that one's going to be fouled back.
Well, this kind of works in Wei and Chen's favor. Lowest opponent batting average with runners in scoring position, and Wei and Chen leading the way with a mind-boggling just 111 average. Very impressive. Santiago, Martinez, Burnett, and Cole on that list as well.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Phillies had an interesting note on those games. Those games against Pittsburgh that was 0-0. It was the first time 2 games reached the 11th inning with no score since 1958. Who were those teams? Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. The same 2 teams. But in 1958, no relief pitcher worked in either of those games. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Runner off second. Foul back again. In those ball games back in 58, Ron Klein beat Robin Roberts. Klein with Pittsburgh, Robin Roberts with the Phillies in 12 innings. And the day before that, Bob Porterfield, who made his debut for Pittsburgh, had an 8-hit 11-inning shutout beating Curt Simmons. 1-2. And the pitch is up and in. 2-2.
Made sure he made a good pitch there, getting ahead once again. Got to kind of expand the zone a little bit when you get ahead. Change the eye levels, mix up the speeds.
Hey, Kyle Franco, 2-2. Hernandez off second and got him. That'll send him hopping. Jack in the box. He's going to be close to being thrown out, and he is. He came back one too many times on Eric Cooper. That'll bring Ryan Sandberg out. Can't argue ball strikes. Sandberg won't argue that, but he'll try and say something about throwing his player out.
Yeah, well, you're a young player, 22 years old. Might be a little bit low And there's a hesitation there, a little bit of a hesitation. You see the reaction right away, and he says, three times you messed it up. And maybe said it one too many times, gets the ejection. And Eric Cooper. Sandberg says, hey, man, once you get suspended, jumping into the umpire, let's go.
So there goes the third baseman. Wisely, literally holding his tongue as he heads to the clubhouse. Frustration. The ball comes struggling.
Absolutely. A lot of frustration around. And of course, this team wants to win. The young players hungry, want to come up and change things around a little bit. And Franco showing some emotion right there.
So runner at second base now with one away. Here's Ryan Howard. Goes the other way off the fist foul. Franco will add his first career ejection to his resume with that one. Howard has struck out, grounded out. Big cut and an 0-2 count on him.
You see Howard aggressive here. Runner at second base. He's trying to let it fly, drive in a run. His average with runners in scoring position at 228.
Struggling against the lefties, but 160 now, and he swings and misses. Not getting good cuts on Chen in any of his 3 at bats. 7 strikeouts. There are 2 away.
Chen not wasting any time. 3 fastballs. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. 92 up and out of the zone. All 3 fastballs at the top of the strike zone. Howard can't quite get to it. Bat drag there. Bat head down. Ball up. Strike 3.
Chen has 9 strikeouts for a season high this year. Here's Jeff Francoeur, laces one down the line, but it's going to be foul. Against left-handers, the Phillies come in with 4 wins, 7 losses. Their batting average against left-handers a good deal better than righties at 263 compared to 231 for right-handers. Francoeur, he has struck out and grounded out. 277 off lefties, and the pitch will be up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Leadoff double still out there. Hernandez. 1-1 delivery on the way and an inside out foul ball.
Another good fastball. Really what makes Wei-Yin Chen so effective. The ability to double up, sometimes triple up with his fastball. Great confidence in throwing it inside to both lefties and righties. They're driving one down and in. Take advantage of the count again.
1-2. 2 down. Francoeur back towards the seats. No play from Matt Wieters. Count stays at 1-2. Francoeur's got the Blackhawks in 6, so it could be his night. 1-2 count, 2 down. Hernandez, Orioles not trying to hold him close with this 4-0 lead. They keep the infield spread out. Cut down on the holes for Francoeur. 1-2 delivery to him. Breaking ball got him, and you saw him a little shiver on that one as Chen tied him up. Take a look at our bios to do up. 7th inning stretch time when we come back. Snyder, Hardy, and Flaherty. Camden Yards. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick with you. And for the Orioles, everything right now just what they wanted. They've got the lead, they got the runs, and they got Chen going deep.
Well, Wei and Chen, I think, is the key. Obviously, you're not going to have success if your starting pitcher doesn't do well. And Wei and Chen on top of this game. It seems like Matt Wieters having a blast back there right now, putting down the fingers. Chen's got everything working. Fastball especially, moving it all over the place. Mounting up the strikeouts right now on the Orioles offense. Doing enough here against Harang, putting up 4 runs.
Yep, and they've driven the starter out of the ball game, so Philadelphia has decided they're going to head to the pen.
Yeah, they are, and it's time for our AT&T call to the bullpen. AT&T, proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles. AT&T, mobilizing your world. Araujo in, Elvis Araujo. Fastball 68% of the time. Real good arm, 92 to 95 with the fastball. Slider and change as well. 2.45 earned run average. 10 punch outs, 6 walks in his 11 innings of work. His 14th game.
Araujo is just 23 years old out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. He will come on for Harang as the Orioles have the 4-0 lead, bottom half of the 7th inning. And the left-hander's pitch will be taken for a strike.
We'll take a look at Aaron Harang's line. 6 innings pitched, the 5 hits, 4 earned runs. Matt Wieters with the 3-run shot. Knock him out of the ball game. Couple walks, couple Ks.
And a bouncer will go to second base. Played by Hernandez. Snyder's retired. Snyder's 1 for 3. Blancos come on to play at third base, with Franco being thrown out of the ball game, arguing the ball strike call in that last half inning. So they have to go to the bench a little earlier than they might have wanted to here in this ball game. Larry Bowa on the right, longtime Philadelphia coach, managed the Phillies. Pitch is going to be there for a strike.
Larry Bowa, of course, a very fiery player himself, so probably can understand what the youngster Franco was thinking when he ended up getting ejected.
Foul tipped into the mitt. Not being able to argue balls and strikes would not have been good in the Larry Bowa era.
No.
Might not have played too many games. And I love Larry. Pitch is taken up high, and a 1-ball 2-strike count. 23,730 on hand. If you add Larry in, 23,731. Ryan Sandberg talking with him. What a struggle to try and figure out what to do with this Phillies team. Swung on and missed. Nasty pitch that stayed down low.
Yes, it was. Nice slider right there. I mean, this is a plus slider. There have been some inconsistencies. Command has been one of the problems, but he buries the slider just where he wants, down and in.
Signed as a free agent by the Phillies this past winter, after he had been let go. 2 down, and the pitch will be in there for a strike. Flaherty is flied out and struck out. Araujo pitched an A ball last year and has made a quick return to the major league level for the Philadelphia Phillies. As we've talked about, this kind of a year opens some doors for players looking for some work. 0-2 count, 2 down. Araujo's delivery and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt, and that's that. And the innings go flying by. 7 complete with the Orioles on top, 4-0. PNC for the achiever in you. And by Bud Light. Stay in the game and drink responsibly. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick with you. We go to the 8th inning. Nolan Reimold will make the move to right. Snyder is out. Low into the ball game in left where Reimold had been. And the Phillies will bat. Wei-Yin Chen is working on a 2-hit shutout here in the 8th inning. Hernandez has had both of them, a bunt single and a double for Philadelphia. Their only hits in the game. Only one walk, and that was surrendered in the 2nd inning. The Phillies have stranded only 2 base runners. Only one has reached second base, and that was in the 7th inning. Chase Utley leading it off. Utley got jammed and fouls it into the seats.
Nice fastball at the top of the zone and the slow breaking ball, 73 miles an hour. Wei-Yin Chen's curve has been outstanding. Both breaking balls very good in this ball game.
Chen has faced only 2 over the minimum in the ball game. That'll be taken up high. There is Jean-Marc Gomez working up in the bullpen. Rang the starter out of there. The 4 runs, 5 hits over 6 down the line. That's foul. So with Harang leaving, it's the 20th straight game that a Philly starter will not get a win. They haven't had a starter get a win since May 23.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Ouch. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Utley, and he will take the pitch. It just missed. Chen was hoping for a call, didn't get one right there. Utley only 167 off lefties coming in. He's drawn a walk, grounded out. Shift on against him, 2-2. Into the shift, down the line, base hit. Reimold will give chase. It bounces off the wall. He wants 2. He may not get it. Here's the throw. 1 hop, tag off the base. He is out. Utley risked it. He had to go in full tilt. And J.J. Hardy just kept the ball down, and he's gone.
Well, anytime a base runner or a hitter thinks he's got an extra base, he better think twice. This Orioles outfield leading major leagues in outfield assist. Reimold, another beautiful play. J.J. Hardy, the tag master, to keep the glove on Utley as he slides around second base.
Reimold gets his name on the list. That is going to be taken inside.
A great throw, and here's a great look at Hardy holding on to the bag, so keeps himself close to the base. Utley coming in hot, bouncing all around when he hits the bag.
That's going to go to shallow center. Jones diving, can't get it. Ball will squirt loose. It'll be a base hit. Shea is on with a single. The Orioles now have 21 outfield assists, leading the majors. It's funny, the other day Buck Showalter was saying Delman Young's been the leader, even though he hasn't played recently very much. So the other day when they had those 2 great plays back to back, getting a runner at second base, Buck Showalter said he looked over at Delman and he said, said they're getting ahead of you. And Delman looked at him and said, no, they're just trying to catch me.
Right.
And he was right. Dave Wallace is making his way out. So back-to-back singles here in the 8th inning with 1 taken out at second.
Well, the Orioles love to get a complete game. Wei-Yin Chen still has that opportunity. Pitch count starting to get up there, 95. I saw Brad Brock starting to warm up in the Orioles bullpen. The pitching coach Dave Wallace out there to give Brock a little bit of time. See Wei-Yin Chen this season in his 12 starts. He's averaging 95.7, the season high 108. Tonight rated 95, but looking strong, and there really hasn't been many times where the Phillies have put pressure on him. Those are the innings that really take a lot out of a starting pitcher. Wei-Yin Chen's kind of cruising through.
Where was the interpreter? Wait a minute. You mean he speaks fluent English? Here's Cameron Rupp. Rupp doing the catching. He is strikeout, flied out. Runner on at first base and 1 away. And that'll be fouled off the other way. We continually kid Wei-Yin Chen because he does have an interpreter with him. And when we do interviews He always has the interpreter just to be sure, but he speaks very good English. There's Lewis right there sitting on the bench. 0-1 count. And that's going to get away. It'll go to the backstop. As she goes down to second base, that'll put a runner in scoring position. Wild pitch by Chen. That's the first wild pitch he's had this year. And is the fuel tank heading towards E?
Quite possible. Yeah, I mean, he has had pinpoint command here in this ball game. Breaking ball's exceptional. On that one, just getting away a little bit as he nears 100 pitches.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Now Rupp gets an RBI chance. And the pitch is there for a strike. Now Rupp behind here, 1-2. Phillies trying to get the goose egg off the board. 0 for 3 tonight. The Orioles with the 2 for 4. That'll be pop foul. Back out of play.
And fastball. Very effective pitch for Chen in this game as well. Now Wieters has flashed the high fastball multiple times in this game. Wei-Yin Chen hitting the spot. Look at the efficiency from Wei-Yin Chen. He's got 20 pitches in the 7th inning. It's so good.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. For Cameron Rupp doing the catching. Career high starts at 21 now with the 1 he's added in this ball game. He stayed in because of that hot bat he's got coming in. 367 over the last 11 ball games. 3-game hit streak. 2-2 delivered. Now it's 3-2.
Pretty good try right there on the change. Hasn't thrown many in this game. Just missed as it faded away off the outside corner. Pretty good take there from Rupp. Rupp, another one of the young players on this Phillies team. Just 26 years old. 3rd round pick back in 2010.
Solid arm behind the plate. 3-2 delivery, and he'll foul that one back. So Cameron Rupp working it here on the 3-2 count. Went to the University of Texas. College World Series all-tournament team back in 2009. His dad pitched in the minor leagues with the Montreal Expos back in the late 70s. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Runner off second. Full count delivery for the 2nd time, and he got him. Bat went flying. He wanted to go to first. Reel him back in.
Well, his go-to pitch, really bread and butter fastball inside, painting it on the inside corner, catching the edge of the plate, locking Rupp up. Nice angle in there as well.
She remains on at second, and back to the dugout goes Rupp. That's 9 strikeouts in the ball game for Wei-Yin Chen. So Chen has equaled his season high of 9 that he had against Houston. Career high is 12. And the pitch, a breaking ball, that's in for a strike. Freddie Galvis has lined out, grounded out. Switch hitter now with 2 down. And trying to get that run in from second base. Galvis with that open stance. And the pitch is outside. 354 right-handed for Galvis and 228 left-handed. 1-1. Galvis will loop it with spin. Flaherty running throw and gets the out. Galvis retired. Fine play by Flaherty, who's had a real good night at second base. No runs and a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Orioles up.
Matt Wieters. Welcome back, Matt. Orioles been red hot since its arrival, and he put a number on Aaron Harang. A 3-run shot up into the flag court. A game-changing swing. The Orioles have the 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th. It's time for a little relief. For your car, too, visit Jiffy Lube for regular oil changes and help prevent damage and wear to your engine. Jiffy Lube, drive in today. Gomez now in out of the Phillies bullpen. Fastball 66% of the time. A breaking ball, hard slider at 20%, and a good change. It's a split change 14% of the time. This will be his 27th appearance. 2.12 earned run average. 31 hits and 29 2/3. 16 punch-outs, 8 walks on the year. Opponent's hitting .272 overall. Righty's up to .328, but he's cutting the lefties down. .191 batting average.
So Gomez on. He is 27 years old. Caracas, Venezuela is home. Orioles will try and add to their lead, and the pitch taken for a strike. Manny Machado, top of the order. Machado, walk, as flied out, grounded out. Maybe his last chance to continue his hit streak. Wei and Chen over there being congratulated by the other starters. And the 0-1 delivery. Gomez will come inside to him. Gomez last year pitched for Pittsburgh, 44 games, went 2-2, and 62 appearances, with 1 save included. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Right-hander's delivery, ground ball off the end of the bat to short. Freddie Galvis up, bad throw. Howard there, and they get the out. 1 away. Follow the Orioles wherever you are with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At bat, up to the moment, any moment. In-game highlights, live look-ins, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet. Bear in mind, we had a 27-minute rain delay before this game got started. These two teams, once it started, they were ready to swing, and both teams have, with pitchers throwing strikes. Paredes, base hit, 6th inning. He has flied out, struck out, and Jimmy goes after the first pitch. Gomez, last 14 appearances, covering 16 2/3. 1 earned run. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Mets have moved ahead of Toronto 2-1 in the 8th inning of their ball game. Toronto's 11-game win streak is on the line. Miami leads the Yankees, who are in first place in the division, 2-1. Gomez will miss outside with it, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
You know, Buck Showalter, he was talking before the game about this Phillies team and the fact that the Orioles certainly cannot look past the Phillies. A very good group of young players that at any moment can turn things around. But he mentioned the bullpen being pretty strong for this team.
And a strike called. He leaned away, but that was in there, and Paredes is retired. 2 down.
We see some real good action right here. 2-seam fastball. Paredes thinks it's going to catch him in the front hip. Look at that late movement. Back across the plate, ends up pretty much right down the middle.
So Gomez, a couple of quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Jones coming up. He's 0 for 3, did reach on a fielder's choice, scored ahead of Wieters on the home run in the 6th inning. 2 down, nobody on. And Adam will take the pitch down low for a ball. Wei and Chen after victory number 3. Outstanding performance in this game. 1-0 delivery. He's never had a complete game, and he's not going to get one tonight by the looks of it.
Very impressive outing. He's relaxing a little bit. Game face not quite there anymore, but talking with the rest of the rotation maybe about what worked in this ball game.
2-0 delivery on the way, and that will miss outside for a ball. There'll be a roster change tomorrow, probably. Chris Parmelee had an opt-out date today, so the Orioles got 24 hours to decide what to do. Parmelee, according to Buck Showalter, his decision's already been made today, will be added. 3-0 delivery. Dylan Bundy, oh, where are you? He hasn't pitched since May 21. Bundy, they hoped was going to be here, still hope, coming off the Tommy John surgery. He worked only 10 2/3, striking out rather 10 2/3 per 9 innings, but waiting now. That's a foul ball. Almost went over the bag, but not quite. The Orioles have set Bundy down, shoulder issue. They're hoping it's tendonitis.
Yeah, I guess they checked it out, said that nothing showing up. So, well, there's always things that potentially can happen if a player comes off surgery because something else has to work differently in order to compensate at times, and that might be it. Maybe just a little tendonitis, and let it cool down a little bit, and I'm sure he'll be back. Yeah, he was throwing very well.
Yep. They really want him back for the drive at the end in the postseason. 3 ball, 2 strike count, 2 away. Adam Jones back in. Adam, maybe his last chance to extend his 5-game hit streak. Manny Machado did not extend his tonight, not yet, and probably won't get another chance. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ow. Fortunately for Adam, that hit the ground first, then hit him.
Yeah, he's been beating himself up this season. I mean, he plays the game as hard as anybody. Some vicious foul balls off his feet and ankles, and of course running into walls, diving for balls all over the place every night. Something, but continues to play the game hard when he crosses the lines.
3-2 delivery again, and that'll be outside. So Adam draws the walk here. Gomez first walk. Join us again tomorrow. The Orioles are going to wrap up this very good homestand. Chris Tillman on the mound against Jerome Williams. Our coverage on Masson, 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Southwest, followed by game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Masson. So with a runner at first base, 2 down, Chris Davis drew a walk, scored in the 6th, single in the 2nd inning. Short lead at first base, lifted in the air, center field. Rivera's there, and we'll put it away. So that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th inning. Here comes Britton. The Orioles 3 outs away from a W. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick on this summer evening at the ballpark. The Orioles looking for a shutout.
Wayne Chen, outstanding performance tonight. Take a look at his pitch comparison. 66% fastballs, right on pace, but his breaking ball was up. Matt Wieters, sensing it was good, kept going to it. Changeup only 3%. 8 strong innings, just 4 hits given up for Wei and Chen. Well, Zach Britton, the Orioles closer on 89% fastballs, and we know it is a power fastball. Great sinker, mid-90s, and breaking ball. A hard curve 11% of the time. A 175 earned run average. 17 saves, but 13 consecutive saves for Zach Britton. 33 punch-outs, just the 4 walks, holding a lefties down to a 143 batting average. Look at that ground ball percentage, 73%.
Revere up, and will take the pitch away for a ball. Revere, the leadoff batter, has grounded out all 3 times to the plate. Britton hasn't given anything up in his last 11 2/3 innings pitched. 1-0 delivery taken. It is in there for a strike. Revere just some hope and maybe could get a walk here. Orioles are after their 4th team shutout. The Phillies have been shut out 7 times this year. 1-1 delivery on the way, and Revere will swing through it.
That is nasty. I mean, Revere gearing up. Not when a fastball is coming. And he's on it until about the last 2 feet when it dives down and away at 94 miles an hour.
Zach Britton in order to get some work in. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And a swing and a miss. Boy, he'd bury that one. 96.
Revere turning around saying, how'd you do that? 96 miles an hour, and there it goes, down and in. Ridiculous movement Zach Britton possesses in that fastball.
Zach worked against Boston on the 11th. Got a save, worked an inning. 1 hit, 1 strikeout in that ball game. So Buck Showalter didn't want to let him go any longer without working. Here is Hernandez. Cesar Hernandez. He's been the offense for Philadelphia, double and a single, 2 for 3. They've had 4 hits in the game. Utley, Ashe, the others. 1-0 delivery to him. That's there for a strike.
Good pitch there. Zach Britton at his best when he's pounding that lower third of the strike zone. At times we've seen his fastball flatten out when he gets it elevated. Unhittable when it's down.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Bautista's hit another home run. 9th inning. 2-2. Toronto, New York Mets.
Well, I guess the good news is that they were averaging 8 runs a game. They've only got 2 on the board right now.
9th inning. Think about carrying the good luck charms. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Delivery on the way, and a foul ball topped off at the plate. Boston's losing again. Atlanta's up 4-1. How long will they go on with that? I mean, the Red Sox are getting close to non-recovery point.
Boy, I know.
As far as games behind are concerned. Orioles looking at that #1 spot in the division. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be outside. For Harang, their starter. Run support, as we said, 2.85 runs in his starts this year. None in this one. Now, he gave up 4 and 5 hits. The big 3-run homer by Wieters, the blast. And that'll be fouled away in the 3-2.
Staying aggressive. Don't do it. Don't want to mix your game plan up too much. Stick with what's made you one of the premier young closers in the game.
Three and 2. And another one. Foul back in the very same direction. It's not been a good week for the Phillies. Hasn't been a good season, of course, but those games against Pittsburgh, they lost 2 of those 3, shut out 1-0 in Game 1 and Game 3 of that series. They get shut out here. That's 3 shutouts in the last 4 games, and they're 1 out away from having that happen.
Really good fastball here from Zach Britton. Had to battle through this at bat. Look at the movement, cut action now, down and in. Beautiful pitch. Great late movement once again. Back-to-back Ks.
Chen's going to get his third win. He'll be 3-4. Orang's going to take the loss. He'll be 4-8. And the Orioles going to pick up another win here in this homestand to make them 6-1. With one more left tomorrow night against the Phillies here at home. This is Andres Blanco. Came on after Franco got tossed for arguing called third strike in the 7th inning, his first at bat. Delivery by Britton to him, a swing and a miss.
Zach Britton, who throws primarily fastballs, his only breaking ball right there, and it was filthy.
Chen is going to get consecutive wins with a victory here tonight for the first time this year. Good news for the Orioles and for Wei-Yin Chen. Here's the 0-2 pitch by Britton, outside for a ball. Orioles in interleague play. Won 1 out of 3 against the Marlins. They lost 2 to the Mets. Will win the first of this 4-game set against Philadelphia. 1-2 is outside. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Fans up, Zach Britton ready. 2-2. Trying to strike the side out here in the 9th inning.
Almost there. No idea. We got a piece of that one. Utley over there looking on, very disappointed, obviously, in the season the Phillies are having.
2-2. Britton for the third out. Ball game over. So the Orioles, impressive in this one, come away with a shutout, 4-0. The team's 4th shutout of the year. Phillies shutout for the 8th time, and 3 out of the last 4. Wieters, the big blast, the home run, 3-run shot. Second of the season came in the 6th inning, and that put the ball game away. We'll be back to Camden Yards. There's your final 4-0 O's.